Hello, everyone. Well, thank you for waiting for us. We had a few difficulties tonight. You noticed our cameras aren't working. So, Steve now has a job for this week, right, honey?
Yeah, apparently StreamYard decided to do an upgrade. You know how when they're going to improve things by doing an upgrade that everything breaks? Well, that's what we're dealing with.
But it's good we're flexible, right? So we have the hands down camera. Look, we have Bev and Shirley, Chris, Karen, Bridget, Kimberly, Keisha. You guys, hello. Thank you. And thank you for waiting for us. So, Coneflower celebration tomorrow for Pal's Blog Hop. We were supposed to pick our favorite stamp set in the new catalog. This is my favorite stamp set. It has beautiful, beautiful artwork. This is right up my alley, folks. Happy belated birthday. Yes. Do you ever send birthday cards late, or is it just me? And not only that, but look at the sentiment. I'm sorry I missed your special day. Let's extend the celebration. So you can put happy belated birthday on the front, this on the inside, and voila, you only have to write a few more words of forgiveness on the inside. I also love this one down here. I love that I've known you for so many birthdays. Isn't that sweet? They did a really good job with some sentiments we've never had before. Also, it is the dies are great, the stamps are great. I'm going to show you on the card I'm making tonight. There's a coneflower that opens up. It's just amazing. And then I got on a couple of minutes ago as Steve was having trouble and saw Paula mention she can't get it. Of course, I would pick the bundle that's gone. Okay, so put it on your list and get it when you can. But it is worth it. It's an absolutely beautiful set. So we are going to make another color version of this card. This folds flat. This is actually the metric version. You guys know I do a lot of inches metric tutorials for people all around the world. This is a metric version, but it does fold flat. I'm showing you the inches tonight, by the way. But then it stands up really cute like that. Isn't that awesome? But folds flat. So we love that. Before we get started, tell me who's here, where are you from, what have you been up to this week? Like, what are you grateful for this week? Steve and I have been talking about that a lot, trying to remind ourselves each day, what are we grateful for today? And try to focus on that instead of the sadness and hard things in the world, because there's plenty of those. So Steve, close your eyes. I got a few things in the mail.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but if you're on my team, you get to be on Lisa Preto's team. And I won a thing from her last month. So this was free. I got fancy borders. Love this. This is great for tags. Lots of easy, cute note cards and things. And look at these borders. I can see these hearts and dots on a folder. You're gonna see some things with this real soon. And I didn't pay for it, Steve. The other thing I didn't pay for, we were at Okoboji Bible Camp a couple weeks ago. And in the afternoon, did you notice, Steve, there were sailboats out every day? The
Yes.
kids were learning, teenagers and maybe middle school kids. Maybe it's little kids, I don't know.
Sailing
They
school.
were out in sailing school learning how to sail. And I was like, oh, I could even make this. I'm on the board of the camp, and I could even make like a birthday cards for the board members with the sail. I don't know. It's got a hybrid embossing folder where you cut and emboss at the same time. I love the water and this. I don't know. It's just great. I did not jump on this right away. It's been out for a while, but I saw so many beautiful things, and it's free, Steve. So
So here's your question. Where did you get the magnet sheets you have inside your stamp case?
I got them on Amazon. I wonder if they're on Amazon Prime Day. Could you go back and look tonight when we're done and
Sure.
see? I get the magnets in a stack. Okay, they're not perfect magnets. Okay. So sometimes you'll see when I open the case, some fall out, but it's perfect enough. It's cheap. It fits in the stamp case, and I like it. And most stay, but if I have them overlapped and stuff, they'll fall and just be in the case, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so Perfectly Pears. This is a new suite. I love anything that they did the watercolory image for us. By the way, I guess this is an unboxing video without the box. It also shows how I put my things together. And maybe I showed you this a couple weeks ago. But I have this code, yellow annual catalog, green online exclusive, pink mini catalog, orange last chance. That's my, what do you call that, key? And then I put on every stamp set what it is. So this is an online exclusive. So as soon as it goes to last chance, I change it to orange. And then I put my, like my online exclusives, they're in these clear bins. And yes, I put them in alphabetical order, but these are alphabetical order of online exclusives. And I have another bin for mini catalogs and another bin for last chance. So that is how I organize it. Another thing I did this week, Jean and Allison came and helped me. And it was about what, 10 man hours? Are you laughing? Stop laughing. Um, I have a few stamp sets from the last 21 years, and lately I haven't been able to find them. I had boxes and boxes of stamp sets down in my basement. So Jean and Allison and I spent hours on Sunday, and we alphabetized them on bookshelves. So I tore all the books off the bookshelves. Now they're a mess instead of the stamp sets. And we put the stamp sets on in alphabetical order.
I was going to ask about that. So I've been downstairs now 3 or 4 times trying to weave through the books and boxes.
Yeah.
Where are those going to go?
Some are getting donated. Some are going on other bookcases.
Where would those be?
Can we talk about this later?
All right.
Are we going to involve all our friends?
I think they could give us advice.
Okay.
Help us work through this.
So as we were doing all of that, I came to Steve and I'm like, okay, Steve, I also have punches that go with the stamp sets. Do you guys remember Beautiful Autumn? This might be from 2020. And Steve was like, you need a thicker stamp case. This used to be the old wood stamp case. And so I cut, what do you call this? The
cover.
The cover. And then, so I could put it here. And then, look at this. I have the stamp sets. This was before they would put them on paper. And I have the punches that go with this inside. So we're like, genius. This is perfect. This is the answer to all because my dies are inside, my punches will be inside. This is great. So then I came upstairs and I did the same thing with Be My Valentine, a current set, right? I cut it. Well, on my first issue was on this one, the dies are stuck right to the case on the piece of paper that's printed. And I had it here, but then the punch got in the way. So then now this piece of paper is cut. Is all this making sense? Do you even care about this?
I'm not sure exactly where we're headed, but hey.
Yeah, I was doing an unboxing video and I didn't get through them all. Okay, so look what's here. Normally this is like this, right? So I cut it and I put this inside. And so both layers are over here. Because I wanted this to show, Be My Valentine when it's on a bookcase. I want this to be the front. And then I put these over here. Well, the big punch, look at this. It's bigger than the small punches. It's thicker. So I can barely get the stamp set closed. And sometimes I can't. Okay, it closed for you, but it bows open a little bit. How can I find a clear case just a little wider than this so I can keep my punches with my
here's
stamp?
my theory. When I look at that, I remember the old VHS tapes, and they used to have clear cases that you could buy. And
would they have circles where the tapes go, though?
No.
Okay. Well, that is a question for the day. If you know the answer, could you please tell me that? And Bev, the answer to your question, Steve, you need to tell me some of these questions because I can't see them on my screen because the screens aren't working either. I have to walk over to where Steve is. But the large cases are not for sale anymore. I found them on eBay, pretty expensive. But Steve was thinking I could buy them elsewhere. Or if any of you have the thick cases that you want to sell me, let me know. Okay, so I was talking about perfectly pairs. I just have two other sets that I got. I did buy the Charming Day too. I'm a sucker for flowers, and this is a beautiful set. I can't wait to use it, and I'll be sharing this with you soon. Let me know. Do you like the Charming Day or do you like the perfectly pairs? Okay, the last one. My dad is a 40-year employee with John Deere. I had to buy Tractor and Company. I'm making him a green tractor. I can't wait. This is a set I'll never get rid of. I adore my dad, and he is John Deere tractors all the way. So what color tractors are you going to make? I bet there's going to be some red ones and some blue ones. I don't know all the Tractor Company colors, but there you go. Okay, like I said, Coneflower
Oh,
Celebrations
wait. Bev asked about an item number. Bev,
for the tractor or for which one?
I'm not sure because I wasn't paying attention.
Charming Day is out of stock. It probably is. Yeah, it probably is. Everything I'm showing you, yeah, it's all out of stock. Not on purpose. Okay.
What do you say we make a card?
Oh, and the other thing I bought was that embossing folder. The embossing folder with the sunflowers on it. Let's look at this. This is amazing. This is going to be out of stock soon. So if you want this, buy it. You can put 2 pieces of the card layer in here and emboss 2 pieces at a time. Here's what it looks like. It is so pretty. I can't wait to play with that. It's amazing. It doesn't go with anything. It stands alone. Put a sentiment on there and you just have a gorgeous card. Okay, so back to this card. We are going to make it tonight in black in Strawberry Slush. Steve has left me. Will you come back, honey? Oh, I know something else. I'm going to come over here and be Steve. I am going to show you. Look at this. This is James's tunnel. Steve built these for me last year when James was born. And I had this vision because of our state fair to have a tunnel, and it is coming together. Our tomatoes and our gourds and our cucumbers are forming this tunnel for him to run down the center of. And I don't know, it makes my heart happy. So, so there you have it. Okay. Do you want to come do banners for me, sweetie?
I am going to come do banners for you. I found the magnets.
He's over there looking at the magnets. He didn't want to forget. Okay. So to do this fun fold, it's actually easier than it looks. I'm starting with cardstock that is 8 inches. 8 inches. It's not a mistake. Not 8.5. 8 inches by 5.5 tall. And then you score it at 2, 4, and 6. Okay. Then you measure down from the top. And you measure, put your ruler at the top, and I'm doing this on the score line, and put a mark at 2 inches. And then we're going to come over here to the other side between 4 and 6 inches and put a mark. And then we're going to score diagonally from the mark up to the corner and up to the center of the card. We're going to do the same thing from this mark. We're going to go diagonally up to the center of the card and up to this corner. So if you can see this, it's like a big W across the front of the card. And I do have a template that might be easier to see. Here is my template. So right now we have it scored like that. Can you see this? I will put this on my blog tomorrow. This is the card going on the blog. Okay, now you're going to do the same thing at the bottom. You're going to score 2 inches from the bottom, put a mark, and then you're going to score diagonally down to the corner and down to the center. And go to this score line, which is the 6 inch score line, put a mark at 2 inches and go diagonally. So this is what you end up when you do that. Okay. Also on here, I have a big glue together. These two center sections, you're going to glue those together. And then it goes like this for your card front. So the two sections in the center glue together. The other thing that I did, I'm kind of off script here. Have you caught up with me with the banners? Now I'm on the you'll have to go forward. Put a mark on the six sections that have DSP. So we have DSP here, the two ends, the two center triangles, and the two bottom triangles. Okay, but these two, these four out here, they don't have anything. Just the big section. I hope that makes sense. Can you see the X's on my cards?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So let us move forward. We are now going to do, I have to find where I am. Strawberry slush. Okay. So I have a template for this too. I took strawberry slush and it's 5 inches and it's 1 3/4 inch tall. So I measured in from the edge 1 3/4 and I put a mark here. And I measured 1 3/4 in from that side and put a mark. And then I scored down diagonally to the 5 inches on both sides. Does that make sense? Please tell me if you're not following me. So this is the size of the strawberry slush. It started at 5 inches across, 1 3/4 tall, and then come in 1 3/4 from each side, put a mark, and score down diagonally. So we're going to do 2 of these strawberry slush. Also, on the back, on this one, I went crazy and put lots of them. Really, I'd probably only just put 1 or 2. This white section on the back can also be made that same measurement, okay? So we just made these 2 pink sections on the side. Okay. Should I come over here and read? Is there any comments or questions? Or should I just keep going?
Just keep going.
Haven't made that fold in years. Well, hello. I'm so glad you're here, Laura. And did you tell everyone how to do price control?
I'm going to.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to do the DSP layer for inside here. And this DSP is called Botanicals Texture. I just really liked the watercolory black and white images, and that is why I chose that for this. And we made the DSP the same way. The cardstock was 4.5 wide, 1.5 up and down. And then I measured in with my ruler from the top 2 corners, 1 5/8, put a mark. I measured in 1 5/8, put a mark. And then I cut down diagonally. Now to cut down diagonally, you just put this mark in the cutting blade of the trimmer and then put the corner in there and slice it. And then these layer on nicely onto the cardstock. And while I'm here, let's put those 2 layers on. So, what are people chatting about, Steve, since I can't see anybody tonight?
Got more people to enter Price Patrol. That's good.
Yeah, and thank you for being here. We love spending time with you every Tuesday.
Do we have more people on that we haven't said hi to? Orly and Nancy and Kathy's on.
Hello, how are you all? Kathy became a new team member of mine today. We're so happy to have you officially on the Joy team. And Paula is on here, and she just joined Stamping Joy Club last week. So we are thrilled to have both of you.
Lynn and Judy. Judy says thank you for her card.
You are welcome. Okay, now we're going to make some little triangles because we have 4 little triangles, and they are going to go surrounding the center section just like this. And they are very easy to make. So what we're going to do is we're doing the squares. Can you find that, Steve? Strawberry slush. To do the triangles, you're going to cut 2 squares that are 1 3/4 inch squares, and then you're just going to cut the square diagonally. And that's how you come up with the strawberry slush. 1 3/4 inch squares cut diagonally. And there's 2 of them because we need 4 triangles. Then for the botanical textures, the DSP, you need 2 squares that are 1 5/8. And then you cut those diagonally and layer them on the triangles. And then we are just going to put them on these 4 sections. Maybe if you're going to make this, you might want to take a picture of it at this point. And you know, maybe I should take a picture. Do you see my camera, Steve?
Your phone?
Yeah, my phone, my camera. Because I'm going to need...
It's your camera, too, so, I mean...
I'm going to need a picture of this. I could put this on my blog tomorrow to help it make more sense after I get it on there. Is my phone over there?
No.
Okay, maybe it's in my pocket. Oh, you have it.
That's my phone.
Oh.
But I will let you use it. Because I'm your assistant demonstrator. What is mine is yours.
Oh, that's awesome. So, what else do you want to chat about today? What's everyone saying, Steve?
So I just want to comment. I know you showed the tunnel. I am astounded at the size of the cucumbers coming off of those
You should
vines.
show them. Can you go get a cucumber?
I'll go get a cucumber.
Before, a little bit ago, probably an hour ago, I went out and we were gone a couple days over the weekend. We were up in Wisconsin visiting our daughter. And so I didn't get out there, but I know these are too big. But look at this. It's huge. And if you don't like cucumbers, homegrown cucumbers are great. These normally aren't bent. They're normally straight, and I would have picked it sooner. But the other one that I cut tonight is great. So
There's something about it.
It's a whole new world.
Once you buy in the store, there's really no taste to it. It's just kind of bland. But these are kind of sweet, and they got just a little taste of pepper to them, and it's amazing.
Okay, here I am taking a picture of my. Never done that during a video. Thank you for being patient with me, friends. Okay, I'll give him back his thing. Now what we're going to do is we are we are gluing this whole center section together. And that is how this card goes together. Doesn't take a ton of glue. I'm just going to shut it and rub it.
Is that the banner that says adhere the 6 shapes to the cardstock base?
We already did that.
Okay.
Those were the 6 shapes I put on. Yeah, we're not totally following it in order. So now what we're going to do is cut the coneflower is what's next. So this is going to fold back, and yes, it does fit in a normal envelope, which is so nice. Okay, so there we go. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, let's work on the coneflower now. I already showed you that I cut it out, and it's a little mini card in itself. I put God Bless in Strawberry Slush, and that came from the Layers of Beauty stamp set. And then I put 4 dimensionals on the bottom, and that's the only way that this is going to be attached, because you don't want the back of it. See how the back of this flower is not attached because of the mechanism. And now I'm going to put layers over the top of this. I cut out this die to do Strawberry Slush, And then I was going to offset it with black. And then I cut this textured die piece to put over the top.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Have we considered putting the strawberry slush on top of the black
Um,
and having the black be the background?
well, it's going to have pink up here.
Okay.
Does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to get our strawberry slush ink, and I'm just going to sponge a little bit on this textured piece just to add a little dimension to it. Probably on camera you won't be able to see anything at all. Maybe if I just do the edges.
You can see that.
I just thought that would look cute. I'm coming over here to see the comments. That's a cucumber, yes. Kimberly loves homegrown veggies. Hello, Elaine. We're glad you're here too. Okay, now you can either pop up. In fact, maybe I will. Do you think that'll affect? On this one, it doesn't open. I don't know. Should we live on the wild side and just do it? I'm going to go ahead. I like having these offset. Sorry that I didn't put the pink on top. Originally, what I wanted on top was white, but I like this white showing below. And I'm only going to attach it by, what's this called? The head of the flower. And I'm going to let the rest of the flower be free. And I'm going to match it up to this white part. I just kind of like it wavy and like having movement with the flower. But yeah, I fully intended when I made this to put the white on top, because I thought that would look cool. And now I'm just offsetting it a little bit so the pink and the black and the white are all showing. And then, do you guys agree we should always add dimension? Should I put this up on dimensionals? We can rip it off if it's not a good idea, right? So I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on this. What do you think? You like that?
Yeah, it's like a mini card.
Yeah, it is a mini card. And it's going to be attached like this. Now, okay, we are artists, right? So hold your, I know it's green here, but this stem is strawberry slush. And then the leaves, I die cut the black solid leaves and then the detailed leaves in strawberry slush. And I think what I'm going to do is put a dot on here. Actually, I'm going to use a mini blue dot.
So wouldn't you want to put the stem on the card and then the leaves on and then...
I'm going to put the stem on the leaves, but look at this. The stem also isn't attached very much. It's only attached under the flower. So I'm just going to try it this way, but thank you for your suggestion.
No problem.
So I am not going to use any more of the banners. So if you just want to go to the comments, again, put hashtag Prize Patrol. You can choose between these 2 cards. I'm putting the glue dot on top of the leaf, and then I'm putting the stem on top of the leaf. And I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. Glue dots are so strong, and they are going to attach really well. So tomorrow we have a James Day, and he will be here.
And ready to play.
Ready to play.
I'm ready to play with him. So we have a little tent, a play tent. And for some reason, he's decided that when he goes in that tent, he's supposed to be tickled. So he'll start giggling on his way into the tent and then immediately roll on the ground. And he's like a puppy. He showed you his tummy. And he's like, who's going to tickle me? And so we have a lot of fun in there. I oblige him.
So we're going to make sure that the stem is not lower than the card, but none of this bottom of the stem is attached. This is a free-flowing, blowing in the wind coneflower. Steve is rolling his eyes at me. Too bad you can't see the camera tonight.
I have no problem with the free flower blowing in the wind. And
okay. And see where I put the dimensionals? I put them around the bottom edge because, again, the top isn't going to be attached. So this is the artsy version of the coneflower. I want all this to fit on the card so that it can close and go in and out.
Card face, yeah.
And then we flip it up and it says God bless. So it does make it a little more floppy. On this one, it's just all glued down. So you could put your sentiment inside. If this is too much having this there, I think I'm going to leave it for now. But what do you think? What do you guys, number 1, the yellow one, or number 2, the pink and black one? And I think when it's down, you can't really tell. Here it is standing up, so it will stand up on the table. And I don't know.
It looks cute standing up.
It looks cute standing up, but should this be glued shut? We could hide the God bless inside. They'd be blessed and not even know it.
No, but why would you? No, you can't. I mean, that's a...
Does it look funny with the card hanging open a little bit?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, well, good. If Steve McCullough likes it, we are all good. Did everyone get Price Patrol in? Oh, Jean is here and Judy. A tickle tent. Thank you, Lynn. You guys are so sweet. It just makes my day that you come hang out with us. Okay. So, what do you think? Card number 1 or card number 2? And also tell me, do you think I should glue this white piece together or should I leave it like that? And then I didn't cut one yet, but I will put one of these white pieces on the back to write a note back here too.
We ready to do Price Patrol?
We are ready to do Price Patrol.
Here we go.
Yay, Kimberly, I'm glad you like it.
Wow, it's going fast tonight. It started super fast. Winner is Kathy Walton.
Look at that. We have no control over this, but if you join my team today, you win the card.
You have good karma.
Yay, Kathy. I am so glad you won. Well, you guys, if you need anything, reach out to me. My email is beth@stampingmom.com. And thanks for joining us for this card. I hope you have a blessed week. And what else do you have to say, Steve? Anything?
I'm just happy everybody showed up. Sorry that we were late. I will have the technical difficulties figured out by next broadcast.
Oh, putting a bee trinket on? That's a great idea. Thank you for mentioning that, Laura. Yay. Okay, you guys. See you soon. Please come back next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.